If you dropped a steel ball into the deepest place on Earth, it would sink for more than an hour before touching bottom. Today we are following it all the way down. This is the Mariana Trench, a gash in the Pacific floor so deep that if you dropped Mount Everest inside, its peak would still sit 2 kilometers underwater. Our journey starts in the sunlight zone, warm, bright, and crowded with life. Enjoy it, because 90% of the ocean looks absolutely nothing like this place. At 40 meters, we pass the limit for recreational divers. At 100, the pressure could already squeeze your lungs down to a third of their normal size. 200 meters down, sunlight starts giving up. Red disappears first, then orange, then yellow, until only a ghostly blue dusk is left. This is the twilight zone. Down here, animals become strange. Hatchetfish with mirror skin, squid that flash like neon signs. 90% of twilight creatures make their own light. It is the language of the deep. At 332 meters, we pass the deepest scuba dive in history. Getting down took the diver 12 minutes. Getting back up safely took nearly 14 hours. 500 meters. As deep as most military submarines ever go, any further and their steel hulls would begin to groan, then buckle, then implode in a single millisecond. 1,000 meters. The midnight zone, sunlight is gone completely, and from here to the bottom the ocean stays blacker than a starless night, forever and everywhere. The pressure is now 100 times what you feel on land, like an elephant standing on every square inch of you, yet life down here does not just survive, it thrives. Meet the anglerfish, dangling a glowing lure over teeth like glass needles. In total darkness, curiosity is deadly, because anything that swims toward the light gets swallowed whole. Sperm whales hunt here, diving 2 kilometers on one breath and holding it for 90 minutes while they battle giant squid in the dark. Sonar has recorded the fights. And when a whale dies, its body sinks and becomes a feast, called a whale fall. One single carcass can feed an entire deep-sea community for 50 years. 3,800 meters, the depth where Titanic sleeps. Our steel ball has already fallen past her rusted bow, and we are not even halfway to the bottom. 4,000 meters, the abyssal zone. The water hovers just above freezing, and the floor spreads into empty plains that cover more than half of our entire planet. Down here lives the Dumbo octopus, flapping ear-like fins, and the tripod fish, standing frozen on stilts, patiently waiting for dinner to drift within reach. 6,000 meters. We enter the hadal zone, named after Hades, god of the underworld. Only ocean trenches reach this deep, and almost nothing man-made can follow us. This pressure would crush an unprotected human instantly and collapse air pockets like paper cups. Yet pale pink snailfish glide by, soft, fragile-looking, and completely unbothered. Around 8,000 meters swims the deepest fish ever filmed. Below this invisible line, no fish can exist at all, because pressure breaks the proteins inside their cell. 10,000 meters, deeper than 11 Eiffel Towers stacked end to end. Our steel ball is still falling, and down here the darkness itself feels like it has weight. And then, after almost 11 kilometers, the bottom, Challenger Deep, 10,900 meters down, where the pressure is 1,000 times what you are feeling right now. Here is the wild part. For its first 50 years, only 3 humans had ever reached this place. 4 times more people have walked on the surface of the moon. In 1960, Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard rode a steel bathyscaphe called Trieste all the way down. Their window cracked during the descent. They kept going anyway. Everyone expected a dead and empty desert down here. Instead, the first thing they saw was a living creature gliding across the mud. Life had beaten us to the bottom. We now know the trench floor is crawling with life. Amphipods the size of your hand, sea cucumbers, and single cells big as grapefruits from a lineage older than dinosaurs. But when explorers scanned the very bottom, something else was waiting in the silt. A plastic bag. Our trash reached Earth's deepest point before almost all of humanity did. And here is the part nobody tells you. We hold better maps of Mars than of our own seafloor. 80% of the ocean has never been seen by anyone. Yet this hidden world produces over half the oxygen you are breathing right now, swallows a third of our carbon dioxide, and quietly steers the climate of the whole planet. So remember our steel ball? It is resting in silence 11 kilometers down, in a world we have barely met. The greatest unexplored planet is not in space. You are standing on it. If your brain feels bigger than it did 5 minutes ago, subscribe to learn everything today, because tomorrow we go even deeper. The ocean was only episode 1.